Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's Thanksgiving week, and it is time for another edition of Mantra Monday. My goodness, it is already the 23rd of November. It's like time is just flying by. But I've got some proposals or things to kind of let you in on that are coming up and that have already occurred over the weekend. But first, check out my pajamas. These pajamas are just so fashionable. I had to wear them because, of course, you know, the holidays and Thanksgiving traditionally are all about relaxation, spending time with your family, getting, you know, ugly sweaters, and maybe rocking some new pajamas. And these are literally the cat's pajamas. So they've kind of got that holiday vibe to them. They're cotton and they feel wonderful. I felt it was fashionable enough for me to wear on here. Normally I wouldn't do something like this, but these are truly, truly awesome. Got them at this little shop called Mountain Gypsy in a lovely place called Julian, California, which specializes in apples. So there's a lot of apple cider up there and a lot of apple pies and a lot of apples. And we went into the shop and saw this. And it's getting chillier at night. So I picked up one of these. So that's what's up with that. I hope you had a good weekend and socially distanced weekend. We did wear our masks. Also, if you haven't noticed yet, I dropped a new video over the weekend. It is the Like Fire video, and it's up. So check it out. Also, for those of you who are on my mailing list, you also have access to some streaming platforms for the music. Remember, this is a trilogy, part 1, part 2, part 3 of Parisian Romance. So with Like Fire, we're actually going to part 2. So check that out if you're on the mailing list, so you can enjoy this music, you know, whatever it is you're doing. It's mostly long form music, especially une fille. So we've got une fille, we've got That's When I Meet the Handsome, we've got Like Fire, that's passion, and then we have La Reina, which is beginning to maybe doubt or pray things are going to work out. So that's what's up with that. Also, I want to thank everyone who took a look at my special Thanksgiving message for all of you. If you haven't done that, check it out. You know, I was hoping that we could be together just like everybody else, but instead I went ahead and put together a virtual Thanksgiving for you with my best of the best recipes from 2020. You might find something new in there. I have a private cooking group, so there's a place on the landing page where if you dig the recipes and want to hang out once a month, you can apply. You just have to answer 3 questions, and those questions are required because I want to make sure that, you know, people really want to be in there and they're not just, you know, hanging out for the sake of the hanging out. I want to have a healthy community in there. So I love food, and I love Indian food, and it's, you know, vegetarian, vegan cooking. So if that's your jam, or if you're just looking for, you know, a way to make a transition or spice up what it is that you're doing, you're welcome to join that. The next thing, before we get into Mantra Monday, is that there is a Black Friday sale coming up. And it's a limited edition. It's all centered around Like Fire. So watch out for that. If you're on my mailing list, you will know about that early Friday morning. And the sale is going to last until Cyber Tuesday. So you've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday. Hey, Ron Pennings, good morning, to catch the sale. So it's limited edition, and I think it's probably the biggest discount that you're going to get for the year. It's 25% off. And all the t-shirts are long sleeves, so they're good for this type of weather. And they're 100% cotton, and they've got some very hot images on them. They're from my personal archives from my model days. Also, I've got some hot sauce for you and some keychains. So check it out. So watch out for the sale. Okay, so now we can get to Mantra Monday. All right, so we've been going through the chapter from the Bhagavad Gita as it is called Opulence of the Absolute. And today we are already up to mantra or verse 39. So my format is, if you haven't been here before, is that, excuse me, I read the Sanskrit first and then I sing it because that's the way we do. The language is Devanagari, also known as Devanagari, or the language of the demigods. Then I'll read the translation. Then I'll read the purport. And then I'll try and offer, I'm really congested this morning. I'll try and offer any insights that I can about what it is that I'm reading. And I do this because Mondays usually suck. And this is a great way to kind of frame the week, to interject some transcendental sound vibration into our day that hopefully will carry us through, at least through the middle of the week, give us something to ponder outside of our daily struggles, and get us back to our soul. Here we go. Yachapi sarva-bhūtānāṁ bījam tadahmar Arjuna asti vinā syān mayā bhūtam cara-acaram. Hey Armando, good morning. Nice to have you here. Thank you for all your hearts. Okay, so now I'm going to sing the verse. Yachapi sarva-bhūtānāṁ bījam tadahmar Arjuna asti vinā syān mayā bhūtam carācaram. One more time. Yachapi sarva-bhūtānāṁ bījam tadahmar Arjuna asti vinā syān mayā bhūtam carācaram. Now the word for word translation. Yat, whatever, cha, also, api, may be, sarva-bhūtānāṁ, of all creations, bījam, seed, tat, that, aham, I am, Arjuna, O Arjuna, not, tat, that, asti, there is, vinā, without, yat, which, syāt, exists, mayā, me, bhūtam, created being, cara-acaram, moving and non-moving. Translation. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existences. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. Purport. Everything has a cause, and that cause or seed of manifestation is Kṛṣṇa. Without Kṛṣṇa's energy, nothing can exist. Therefore, he is called omnipotent. Without his potency, neither the movable nor the immovable can exist. Whatever existence is not founded on the energy of Kṛṣṇa is called māyā, that which is not. Okay, so this is interesting. There's a kind of a double... There's a double teaching in this mantra. So again, the whole Bhagavad Gita is based on teaching us to differentiate between matter and spirit, what is eternal and what is temporary, right? Because matter is temporary and spirit is eternal. So that is a good way to understand the last sentence where he says, whatever existence is not founded on the energy of Kṛṣṇa is called māyā, that which is not. So, of course, actually, even māyā, or even this illusion, even this temporary material manifestation, ultimately is being manifested by the Supreme. Remember, Kṛṣṇa says, Daivi Shakti Gunamayi, this energy is also mine. This Prakriti, this inferior energy, is also mine. This is also my divine energy. However, the caveat is that there is a life cycle to this. There is a beginning and there's an end. There is a birth and there is a death. And so that is the kind of reality that we experience here in the material world, and it's extremely painful for us. Here we are at the holiday season, and so many people are missing loved ones. So many people have just lost someone, and it is truly heart-wrenching because that love, has been cut off. But Kṛṣṇa is reminding us, he's always reminding us in so many ways, that sense of separation and that feeling of cut offness that we are experiencing here is actually illusory, meaning because we identify so much, with flesh and blood, with the material energy, we become blinded. We literally become blinded, and we are not able to perceive what is going on the spiritual platform. In other words, we're not able to really understand. For really, really, really understand, really perceive, really have that sense of continuity. Okay, so this is really profound and beautiful in the context of this verse, because he's saying everything has a cause, and that cause or seed of manifestation is Kṛṣṇa. Without Kṛṣṇa's energy, nothing can exist. Therefore, he is called omnipotent. His potency, neither the movable nor the immovable can exist without it. So this is just like, you can't have children without a father. You may have a wife that is fertile, but without the wife becoming impregnated by the seed of the husband, there's not going to be any children. There isn't going to be any progeny. So in this way, the Lord, he actually impregnates this material universe with the living entities. So if we go backwards to an earlier chapter, okay, now I'm a little bit on the spot here because I've got to remember which chapter it is, which I don't off the top of my head, and Lord knows it was probably this chapter. But basically, the Lord manifests himself. There's Kṛṣṇa, who is in Goloka Vrindavan, and he's always enjoying. He has nothing to do but enjoy loving exchanges with his very intimate associates, with the intimate associates who are qualified to be with him on a daily basis without manifesting any symptoms of envy or disrespect, right? That's the qualification to be in the spiritual world. So, in order to create and populate the material world, Mahavishnu, who lies on the causal ocean, expands himself in several different ways. And it is said that by his exhalation, all the universes are manifest from his pores. And he enters into every universe also as another form of Lord Vishnu. And that's simply by his glance. The Lord simply has to glance at his creation, and the creation becomes impregnated with life, with the jivas, with all the jivas, us who are here, or who want to come here, who need to be reset in motion to act out our karma, right? To act out our desires, the things that we wanted to do here in this great playground that has been created for us. So matter, once again, is dead. It only appears to be alive because of the soul or the souls that animate it. So the trees have a soul, birds have a soul. I know earlier in this century, or in the previous century, it was thought that animals didn't have a soul, and therefore you could do anything to them because they weren't conscious. They had no feelings. Or another example is in the case of slavery, right? It was believed that slaves didn't have souls. They weren't human, so you could do whatever you wanted to them. So this is this disconnection, this profound disconnection that we have, and that we still manifest in so many different ways, that creates so much suffering here in the material world. It is a form of impersonalism, nirvisesha sunyavadi, right? It's a voidism and an impersonalism that infects so many things that we do, that basically makes us insensitive. You know, it holds us back from actually connecting and having a deeper relationship with the people around us and with the creation and with the other living entities that are around us. And it makes for a poorer life. And so in this way, it's wonderful to understand that since the source of creation, since the seed of creation is actually the Lord himself, that this is another way to appreciate the Lord. This is another way to offer respects, right? We say namaste. We say, I respect the divine in you. I acknowledge the divine in you. That divine that we are acknowledging in the other person and the other living entity is actually the Lord who is sitting in the heart of that other living entity, who is bearing witness. So we are definitely not alone here, and you could say, you know, our activities or our consciousness are being witnessed or being monitored. So I guess you could say that God is the ultimate big brother. Of course, he is hoping that we will turn to him at some point when we have decided that we really want to solve our problems. And what is our problem? Our problem is birth, death, disease, and old age. That's our problem. So when we want to get out of it, you know, and become a yogi, and a yogi is a self-realized person who can become detached from matter, just the way a coconut becomes detached from its shell. So if you get like a really old coconut and you rattle it, you can hear the coconut, you know, meat inside rattling around the shell. So this is the comparison. So this is what we want to, this is what we're striving for. We're striving for a detachment for our own material circumstances, so we don't become so affected, right? Where, you know, we don't go through these extreme feelings of highs and lows. This is why a yogi is able to be equipoised. This is why they are able not to be affected, you know, by the winds of temporary change, be they good or bad. At the same token, while a yogi can have this detachment, you know, for themselves and what they're going through, their heart also expands at the same time, and they experience profound compassion for others around them who may not have this understanding. And also, it's just a better way of living. It's a better way of living to treat other people and other things with kindness, with compassion. This is an expansion of the golden rule, right? Treat others the way you would like to be treated. So this is at the core of the Bhagavad Gita, actually. Okay, what might I have missed here? Let me see. Yes, I guess, you know, neither the movable nor the immovable can exist. So, immovable, right? Plants, trees, mountains, and so forth. You know, things that we pay scant attention to and that we take for granted. So all of these living entities, you know, serve a purpose here, while they're also serving out their desires, and whether they're serving out perhaps different karmas that they're implicated in. So the universe, the earth, is a wonderful example, is a very intricate design. There are many, many things going on here, and everything is serving many purposes. So it's advised that we tread lightly, that we tread carefully, that we tread consciously. This will be good for ourselves, and this will be good for the others and other living entities that surround us. I really like this verse today. So I'm gonna read it again. Yakchapi sarva-bhūtānāṁ bījam tadahmar Arjuna natar asti vinā syān, mayā bhūtaṁ cara-acaram. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existences. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. Okay, so now listen, Armando, you came up here, I think a little bit later. I'm planning on having a dance party. What do you think? What do you guys think? Can I get a vote? So this equipment that I have behind me and the disco ball, I think I mentioned, gosh, some months ago now, that I had invested in some new equipment, a new computer and an audient compressor, microphone, and actually it's the AKG, which is the compressor mic. The Audient ID is the pre-compressor, because I want to make sure that I have good sound. And since it's Thanksgiving time, I was thinking about seeing if I could get this together and throwing you guys a virtual concert / dance party on Friday. I think Thursday people might be a little bit busy, you know, with their gatherings, or even if you're on your lonesome. But I was thinking about Friday. So let me know what you think about that, because I have a fair amount of music in my vault. So I was thinking of doing something not too long, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. This today and later today, I'm going to be trying out some new software and seeing if I can make this happen, and seeing if I can make this something awesome for you. But first of all, let me know if it's even something that you're interested in. That's what's up. Okay? Okay. So, if you want to hang out with me on Instagram, I'm going to be doing an Instagram live at 9:30, because I repeat Mantra Monday over there. And that's it. I think that's all I have to tell you today. I've covered the Black Friday sale that is coming up on Friday, that goes from Friday to Tuesday. I've talked about the virtual dance party. Let me know if you guys are into that. And I've let you know about the new video that dropped over the weekend. There's going to be some more music videos coming, because I got some remixes of that tune coming. So look out for that. And enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, if you've got any comments or questions, let me know. And that is all. Okay, I'll see you later. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Bye, and happy Thanksgiving.